Next on Worcester News tonight, travelers arriving early for their flights at the Worcester Regional Airport worried the government shutdown may affect wait times. Plus, grant money is set to help support Holy Cross professors research the LGBTQ community in Worcester. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. We are tracking storms moving in this weekend. Our first chance for snow is Friday, followed by a much larger storm Sunday. Meteorologist Tim Kelly has the latest.
A couple of weather fronts around. We had a warm front go by. Temperature was a little warmer today. We hit 33, first day above freezing since last Friday. Now snow showers are turning into flurries this evening, and then we're drying out. Flow of air from Canada. The next system coming in here is just some light snow around Omaha, Nebraska. That's going to dust the ground white on Friday morning. Some snow squalls to our north. We had some sunshine mixed with clouds today. Nice big moon in the sky tonight, and it's getting a little bit more windy and cold again tonight. Temperature is going to go back down to the teens and lower 20s. There's the clock going by. A few spots are going to get into the single numbers towards the New Hampshire border, on Cape Cod to our east, lower 20s. So it is a new cold high pressure system coming in with sunshine for our Thursday. High temperature 22 to 27 degrees tomorrow, and then it gets a little bit of snow Friday. Saturday cold and dry. Sunday a serious storm that we'll talk more about in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Tim. The longest government shutdown in history is in its 26th day, and federal agencies like the Transportation Security Administration are feeling the impact. Some travelers at the Worcester Regional Airport Wednesday arrived hours early just to be safe. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us live from the airport now with the latest. Brittany.
Olivia, going through security lines at airports could take longer, and it's all because of the government shutdown. Earlier today, Yash Bambani arrived at the Worcester Regional Airport 3 hours early, and he says it's because of the shutdown. The government shutdown reaches day 26 and continues to affect federal workers. TSA agents are among those without pay, and it has travelers taking extra precaution.
I heard from someone that they were at TSA pre-check, and it took them like an hour to get through TSA pre-check. And I don't have TSA pre-check, so I was like, maybe I should get there like at least 2-3 hours in advance.
And I'm showing up early because I wasn't sure if there was going to be a delay because of the federal government being shut down.
According to TSA, almost double the usual number of agents called out sick across the country Tuesday. The shutdown also limiting the number of airline inspectors who are working to check aircrafts daily. The situation had some people flying from Worcester worried about security.
It's very concerning, without a doubt. It's, you're not as safe.
That is a problem. There should be more security.
The Massachusetts Port Authority runs the Worcester Regional Airport. Board Chairman Lou Evangelitis says the impact here has been minor.
We've been fortunate. As of just the last few days, we've heard very few unusual call-ins for sick. Operations have been quite normal, especially in Worcester. We've been operating quite well.
TSA agents in Worcester didn't receive their regular paycheck last week. Travelers like Yash Bambani are ready for the shutdown to be over.
It's just kind of sad. I feel sad for the people who are working here and aren't getting paid. I want to be like extra nice to them and say like, hey, thanks for, coming to work when you're not getting a paycheck.
I just really feel bad for the people that are without pay. I just, it's too bad the lawmakers can't get their act together.
Again, here at the Worcester Regional Airport, there hasn't been any major issues with the shutdown. Evangelitis does encourage people flying to arrive at 2 hours early as a precaution. Live at the Worcester Regional Airport, Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
And the United Way of Central Massachusetts is extending their services to federal employees impacted by the shutdown. A confidential phone line allows people to ask for resources they may need. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now with more on how people are being impacted. Chandler.
Olivia, United Way of Central Mass says they haven't gotten any direct calls for help during the shutdown, but a coalition to assist workers is in its beginning stages at the organization, and they expect calls to start coming in.
The United Way of Central Massachusetts is helping people affected by the government shutdown. The organization encourages federal workers to call their confidential 211 number if they need assistance.
It's a repository of support of everything from shelter to food to after-school programs to senior programs to health issues.
Federal labor unions say the lack of paychecks for workers, both for the furloughed and the people working without pay, causes great anxiety. A leader in the New England branch of the American Federation of Government Employees says the shutdown is especially hurting younger and mid-career employees.
Some of them have student loans, some of them have mortgages. It's hard for them to get by to pay all these bills that they have right now.
United Way started a United for U.S. coalition to help during the shutdown. Corporate sponsors like Wells Fargo and Bank of America are offering financial support and services.
We're poised and we're ready, and again, putting our national partners together. And I imagine every day as we go longer and longer, there will be other partners that join in.
Central Massachusetts branch president and CEO Tim Garvin says they've been visiting their partner agencies, many of whom who are nonprofits, to make preparations if the shutdown keeps going.
Do they have federal funding? Is it being affected? The second is, are any of their services that they provide being affected? And the third is, are any of their participants being affected?
Garvin says not knowing when the shutdown will end is difficult. Federal employees say they just want to get back to work helping their country.
The longer this goes on, the worse and worse this is going to get for people. They're just trying to pay their bills, trying to feed their families.
AFGE's Stephen Calder says unions' next steps are to make it easier for federal workers in the state to get unemployment benefits. Right now, they have to show they've applied for jobs on multiple days, a requirement they want waived. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A stabbing suspect accused of kidnapping a 6-year-old boy and leaving him abandoned in Worcester was expected to appear in court today. 23-year-old Edgar Manuel Maldonado of Connecticut is suspected of stabbing his girlfriend about 30 times in Hartford on New Year's Day before driving off with her son. The son was found abandoned in Worcester. Maldonado was later caught and arrested. He faces several charges, including attempted murder and kidnapping. It's been more than 1 week since a woman's body was found near the Salvation Army in Worcester, and there are still few answers as to what happened to her. Police are asking for anyone who was in the area of the Salvation Army lot on Cambridge Street the night of January 6th or know someone who was there between 6:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. to contact police. The woman's body was found near a donation bin last Monday morning. Autopsy reports came back inconclusive. Anyone who has information about the case is asked to call police or send an anonymous text. The refugee and LGBTQ communities are two big populations in Worcester. A grant awarded to the College of the Holy Cross will allow professors to research their histories in the city. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us live now with more. Roslyn?
Olivia, the college will collect artifacts and turn it into an exhibit showcasing that LGBTQ history matters. An $800,000 grant will allow the College of the Holy Cross and the Worcester Historical Museum to explore the history of the LGBTQ community in central Massachusetts.
How is this a gay city? How has this been an LGBTQ city? And over time, there have been moments where there's been a lot of gay-specific businesses, bars, and spaces for members of the community to come.
The Andrew W. Mellon Foundation awarded the scholarship in action. History professor Stephanie Ewell is working with students and other professors from surrounding colleges to develop a historical archive. They will be collecting LGBTQ artifacts and talking with people in the community.
It's been wonderful going into people's homes, having discovery days, which is when members of the community come and they bring artifacts to us.
The Worcester Historical Museum says they've never had the opportunity to create an LGBTQ archive and say it's now more important than ever to tell the stories.
It's an important subject for us to address at the museum because of the times we're living in, the issues of social justice. But also, as we've learned at the museum, if we don't capture the history now with changing generations, we're going to lose the opportunity.
Everything collected will be turned into an exhibit at the museum to showcase LGBTQ history matters.
For communities that for so many decades, centuries, have been denigrated, pushed to the side, experienced violence, etc. So it's a really empowering thing for citizenship.
They will also be studying refugee settlement in the city. The exhibit will be on display in April, and they encourage people to reach out if they have any history to share. Roslyn Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A crash closes a section of Plantation Street Wednesday. Crews worked through the afternoon to clean up the mess and remove a box truck. The crash happened around 9 a.m. Worcester police say it appears the truck caught utility wires, causing the pole to break and the truck to tip over. The truck also hit a light at the intersection of Lincoln and Plantation Street. No word yet on how the crash happened. Lawmakers are criticizing Columbia Gas after the utility announced a seasonal rate hike for customers in the Merrimack Valley. It comes as many get their first bill since the deadly gas disaster in September. Tuesday, Senators Ed Markey, Elizabeth Warren, and Representatives Seth Moulton and Lori Trahan wrote to the utility asking them to cancel the rate increase. The company says the rate hike is a typical seasonal adjustment made to reflect higher gas supply costs.